Hello class 12. In this video, I will be teaching you the next part of the prose, the thank you ma'am. Now before I get into the detail of the next pages, I would like to give you a brief recapitulation of what we had done in our previous video. We come to know that there is a boy named Roger who had been caught by a fat woman while snatching her purse. This woman was very tenderly and was very affectionate. She had a kind of motherly affection, and she took Roger to her house where she gave him clean towel to wipe out his face because it was very dirty. Along with that, she also asked him that why are you doing that, rather gave a scolding to him, but that scolding was very affectionate. We get to see that although Roger has got a little bit of chance of going out, but he decided to stay back. Only one question he asked the lady, that is, will you take me to jail? And the lady says, no, with that face, definitely not. First, I would like you to, wipe out your dirt from your face. Now I go to the next page. Here, I am trying to get home to cook me a bit to eat, and you snatch my pocketbook. So I was getting home in order to cook and for myself something, and you snatch out my purse. Maybe you ain't been to your supper either. Late as it would be, have you? I think you also did not have your supper, means dinner. Have you? She is questioning. There's nobody home at my house. So there's nobody at home of this boy. So there's nobody to care for him, nobody to feed him, nobody to take care of the matter that whether he has eaten or not. Then we'll eat together. See, this lady also needs a companion. Maybe she's all alone, she was just cooking for herself, and when she got this boy, she decided, why not we be together? I believe you are hungry, or been hungry to try to snatch my pocketbook. I think you are hungry, or you are hungry to steal. I wanted a pair of blue suede shoes. I wanted a pair of shoes. Well, you didn't have to snatch my pocketbook to get some suede shoes. For that reason, you don't have to snatch out any pocketbook, said Mrs. Lula Bates Washington Jones. You could have directly asked me that, ma'am, can you give me the money because I want to buy some shoes. Ma'am, now there's a question mark. He questions. The water dripping from from the face of the boy, and he looked at her. There was a long pause, a very long pause. This long pause says a lot of things, right? After he had dried his face, with that towel, not knowing what else to do, dried it again. The boy turned around, wondering what next. He doesn't know what to do next. He is with a woman, he doesn't know. He was about to steal a purse from this woman. So what he's supposed to do, he doesn't know. Not knowing else to do, dried it again. The boy turned around, wondering what's next. The door was open. He could make a dash for it down the hall. He could run. If he wanted, very important paragraph, you can underline, if he wanted, he could run. He got scope. The lady was there to, bring food for him. If he really wanted, he could run, and the lady, it would be very difficult for the lady to catch him up. But did he go? No. Why didn't he go? Because of the affection. He was caught by the attention of the lady who was so motherly. He thought to himself that this lady trusts me so much that without knowing me, she has brought me to her house. Who would do this? Nobody, none of us. We would never bring a stranger to our house if we don't know. But this lady did. She trusted. She, cared for him. That maybe you didn't have your food, maybe you are hungry. That nobody did. This was maybe the first lady who, cared so much, who trusted him so much. He didn't want to let her down, so he didn't go. The woman was sitting on the daybed. After a while, she said, I was young once and I wanted things I could not get. When I was young, I too wanted the things I could not get. There was another long pause. The boy's mouth opened, so the boy's mouth opened. Then he frowned, not knowing he frowned. Then, when the lady said, when I was young, I also wanted too many things. And when she said that, the boy's mouth opened, like, how is it possible? She also stole things. Maybe that was running on his head. The woman said, you thought I was going to say, but did you? So you thought I was going to say I had also stolen things, didn't you? You were thinking that. You thought that I was going to say, but I didn't snatch people's pocketbooks. But I didn't snatch people's pocketbook. Well, I wasn't going to say that. I was not going to say that. Then she gave a pause, silence. I have done things too which I would not tell you, son. Neither tell God if he didn't already know. So you sit down while I fix us something to eat. Yeah, there is something which I do not want to tell you. I won't tell God also if he doesn't know. So before anything, please sit down. Let me arrange for some food. You might run that comb through your hair, so you will look presentable. So please run the comb through your hair. See, entire thing that this lady is saying is so affectionate. We can understand from all that she's saying that she's so tenderly, she's having such a motherly affection towards this boy who is a thief. Okay. In another corner of the room behind a screen was a gas plate and an ice box. Mrs. Jones got up and went behind the screen. The woman did not watch the boy to see if he was going to run now, nor did she watch her purse, which she left her on the daybed. But the boy took care to sit on the fair side of the room, where he thought she could easily see him out of the corner of the other eye if she wanted to. Very important line. What is said that she went to the kitchen, okay, and her purse was on the bed. If the boy wanted, he would have ran by taking the purse, but he did not do so. Rather, he sat at a position where that lady could see him. That means what? Children, we can already see some kind of a change in this boy, right? That boy who was just trying to steal things right now wants to prove his innocence. Why? Because this lady had been so affectionate to him. He didn't want to break her trust. He did not trust the woman not to trust him. And he did not want to be mistrusted now. So he didn't want the woman to mistrust him. Do you need somebody to go to the store? Asked the boy. Maybe to get some milk or something. Do you want somebody? You're all alone. Shall I go somewhere and bring for you something? Don't believe I do, said the woman. Unless you just want sweet milk yourself. I was going to make cocoa out of this canned milk I got here. I don't really need it. If you need some milk, then maybe, but I don't. I want to make some cocoa out of the milk that I have. That will be fine. He got this chance also. The lady said that if you want, you can. Means if you want milk, then you only have to go and bring it. If you wanted, he would have said, yes, I wanted milk, I wanted to go. But he said, no, whatever you have, I'll feed on that. She heated some lima beans and ham. She had it in the ice box, made the cocoa and set the table. She prepared all this. The woman did not ask the boy anything but where he lived. Only he asked where he lived, or his folks, or anything else that would embarrass him. Instead, as they ate, she told him about her job in the hotel beauty shop that stayed open, what she worked was like, and how all kinds of women came in and out, blonde, redheads, and Spanish. Then she cut him a half of her 10-cent cake. When she sat on the table, this lady didn't want to embarrass the boy, so she did not ask anything of the boy's whereabouts. Rather, she herself told about, what work she does. She works in a parlor, what type of women come, what's her work, and after that she cuts a 10-cent cake. It's a more son. Who says to a stranger, who brings a stranger to the house, and son, such a motherly affection. When they were finished eating, she got up and said, "Now here, take this $10 and buy yourself some blue suited shoes. And next time, do not make the mistake of latching onto my pocketbooks, nor anybody else. Take this money. You wanted to buy the shoe? Take it. But next time, do not steal. Because shoes come by devilish like what will burn your feet. I got to get my rest now, but I wish you would behave yourself, son, from here on in. I need to take the rest, but I believe that from now onwards, you will not adopt the same means." She led him down the hall to the front door, opened it. She went down along with her. See, such a good, hospitality. Whenever any guest comes to our house, we along with that guest go to the front door and open the gate. Same thing she's doing with this fellow, knowing that he's a thief. "Good night. Behave yourself, boy," she said, looking out into the street. The boy wanted to say something else other than "Thank you, ma'am." He wanted to say so many things. This was the first time he was, taken care of. He was loved so much. To Mrs. Luella Betts Washington Jones, but he couldn't do so as he turned at the Baron's stoop and looked back at the large woman in the door. He barely managed to say "Thank you," but she shut the door. Before she shut the door, and he never saw her again. And after that, he could say only "Thank you" and nothing else. Because of what? He couldn't say anything. He was so emotional. All that he could say, "Thank you, ma'am," and after that, he didn't meet the lady never again. So that was "Thank you, ma'am" for you children. Hope you liked the story and enjoyed it. Go through the PDF. Thank you.